In this lesson, we're going to start popping in some 2x4 acoustical ceilings. Ceilings generally need walls before a contractor can install them. In Revit, ceilings generally need walls before an architect can install them. Yeah, you can model a ceiling without walls, and we're going to do that, but this exercise will focus on finishing off our rooms with a nice cemented ceiling. We're also going to sketch a ceiling for the first floor east lobby area. This will involve having to draft a TAD, but I've never been scared of doing that. The objective of this exercise is to add first floor ceilings, then to make some slight grid modifications. Open the file you've been working on, or open the file called Chapter 10 and follow along. If you can see, these are the ceilings we're going to add. It's hard to tell, but we do have ceilings in the lavs, up through the corridor, and out here with a little bit of a setback. These ceilings are regular 2x4 acoustical grids with a slight modification to one of them. Let's start adding some ceilings. On the Architecture tab, I'm going to click the Ceiling button. Let's take a look at the properties really quick of a compound 2x4 acoustical ceiling. Click Edit Type, and click Edit in the Structure row. Does anything look familiar here? Yes. Ceilings, walls, floors, roofs are all the same exact layout. Click Cancel here. Click OK here. Now, if we have it set for automatic sketch, Revit's going to find our walls and pop in our ceiling. Pretty easy, huh? Let's go through and pop in a ceiling in every room except for the bathroom and the corridor. It's almost too easy. Once you have ceilings in, hit escape a couple times. One thing I'd like to be able to do is see our doors. What I want to do is go to our view range. So in the properties, let's scroll down till we find view range and click edit. Everything looks good except for the cut plane offset. Let's drop that down to 4 feet. That way we can see our doors. Click apply, click OK. That looks a little better. Next thing I want to do is make a quick modification to a ceiling. What we want to do is rotate this ceiling at a 45-degree angle. In Revit, it's really easy to do so. You see these individual ceiling grids are basically a hatch pattern. But in Revit and hatching, you can actually select individual lines in a pattern, which is really cool. Go ahead and select this horizontal line and click on the rotate button. Pick a horizontal point. Now pick a point at 45 degrees. The ceiling is completely rotated at 45 degrees. Now let's put a hard ceiling in the bathrooms, in the hallway, and out in the foyer area. Hit escape a couple times. On the Architecture tab, on the Build panel, let's click Ceiling again. For compound ceiling, let's just hit the drop down here. Let's click on Generic. Let's click Edit Type. Let's go with 2x4 acoustic system again. Let's click on Edit Type. Let's hit Duplicate. We're going to call this gypsum on 3 5/8 inch metal studs. And click OK. For the structure, let's drill into the Edit button. In the Structure 1, let's click into Material. Instead of Default, let's click on the Builder button. Now, in the Search dialog, type in Stud. Let's grab Metal Stud Layer. Click OK. The thickness is going to be 3 5/8 inch. Make sure it says 3 5/8 inch, not 3 feet something. For the core boundary, the finish below it, the wrap, is going to want to be gypsum. Click on the Builder button. In the Search dialog, type gypsum. Let's grab gypsum wallboard. For the surface pattern, let's add sand, just so we can see we're actually adding something.